To TV5 News at 4. Friends, we are shining a spotlight on a local teen in our Kids Corner. And I am so delighted to have media mogul right here, Julian Morris. How are you, Julian?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm wonderful that you're here now. You have a lot to talk about and a lot to tell people about what you're doing. Okay, so Julian, first of all, tell us, how old are you? What grade are you in?
I am 14 years old and I am now a sophomore, 10th grade.
Okay, so just remember that. Remember what you were doing when you were 14. You were a sophomore. Okay, so you're just getting out of school today, right?
Yep.
Okay, coming right over here for the interview. We appreciate that. So friends, listen to this. Julian started his own magazine called Swag. Now that is his first business venture, but he plans on building a media empire. So tell me why you started Swag. What was the plan?
Well, during quarantine and during the pandemic, when I was in virtual school, I had a lot of extra time on my hands, as most kids did. And me and my mom, we always have some petty arguments around the house. She's always asking me what I wanted to be when I grew up. And of course, at that time, my answer was like everybody else's. Yeah. I want to be a basketball player, the next Steph Curry. But her, being the brains of the house, told me that I would need a plan B just in case that didn't work out, of course. And well, I thought about it some more and I realized.
There he is, guys. Look at that. That's his magazine right there on your screen. Yeah, so that's what you're doing. So people are out there playing video games during the pandemic, just relaxing. You were working hard. You also, what I love to hear, that you work and you highlight heroes in our community. Tell us about that, Julian.
Yeah. Each month in the magazine, I try and highlight somebody in the community doing a good thing. I call them the swag hero of the month. I've had Pamela Pugh, Eric Eggleston, the director over at Youth Development Corporation, and many others, all doing great things.
Do you see him out there talking at the podium? He has been all over Michigan, all over the country, talking and inspiring youth. Why is that so important to you, Julian?
Well, these days, the youth have to know that they're important and they have to know that their voice is heard, because these days they may not feel that way, and with everything going on around us, they may feel that their opinion is not valued as much as somebody that's older than them.
And I love that coming from you, it means so much. It's so different than coming from an adult. Like, you're doing it, you're walking the talk, you're out there, you're not just saying do this, do that. Look what I'm doing. You're walking inspiration. So tell us, you started a foundation. Tell us about your foundation. There is a new Julian's Sake. Is there something that you're doing with Julian's Sake at all? Helping people? You have a goal about giving back to your community. How do you give back, Julian?
Well, every time I put out an article in the magazine every month, I always make sure to remember to tell the people that this is about the youth.
Yes.
This is about giving them a voice and building up their confidence. This is not about me. This is about the youth in general and as a whole and what we are doing.
And I love this, what you're doing now, and I was talking to your mom about this as well, and I just think this is amazing. You are starting journalism classes for younger kids and your peers. Talk to us about your initiative. This is awesome.
Absolutely. I just started an after-school journalism program over at Thompson Middle School.
Wow.
Every Wednesday from 3 to 5, the kids there will be getting a full journalism experience. I've already partnered with Saginaw Valley State University, SCC Saginaw Career Complex, Delta College. They've already given me the green light. They're going to have some students coming over there to help teach. And everything the kids will be learning, you know, the writing, the photography, the coding, interviewing, everything, just to give them a full experience.
What were you doing at 14? You are just an inspiration. Okay, so you give 110%. I mean, you give 1,000,000% of whatever you're doing. Where does that passion come from, Julian?
Even before I started Swag, I was always involved in reading. I always loved to read. You can ask my mom. Sometimes late at night, when she would tell me to go to bed, I'd still be up with a flashlight on my phone trying to read. In class, in school, the reading assignments, English has always been one of my favorite classes. And Swag, I don't look at it as a job. I just look at it as doing something that I already love doing.
Where do your stories come from? Just things that you see in the community, things that you want to highlight?
Things that I see in the community, like you said, things that I want to highlight. I'm always going out, seeing if there's a story to be told.
Yeah, and you know what I have to know, Julian? Where do you see yourself in the future? What are your goals? I know you want to build a media empire. What do you want to do?
Absolutely. I see Swag as just a huge powerhouse in the city of Saginaw. Right now, like you said, I already have Swag magazine, and I just talked about Roar over at Thompson. But when the new high school comes in the fall of 2024, Saginaw United, the superintendent has already given me the green light to start a third one over there. So I just want to have a complete swag network. Like what you're doing right now, kids are going out in the city, interviewing people.
I love that. You know, Julian, you can do anything that you want to do, and you already are. And I know that I love it that the city of Saginaw and the Saginaw Public Schools are helping you with your initiative as you go along. You know, Julian, I have to talk about this, your fundraising money for to help with the journalism courses, is that right? We're going to have a link to that in our hot link section. So if you'd like to help Julian raise money for his after-school journalism courses, I know you do. It's such a great initiative, what he's doing in his swag magazine. Make sure you get a subscription to that too, right, Julian?
Absolutely.
Okay, we love that. So go to our hot link section at WNEM.com for more information. Julian, thank you so much for being here. You've inspired so many young people. You keep doing what you're doing. I cannot wait until you're president. I cannot wait to see you in the White House. If you have an idea about what you would like to see on the show, please email us at WNEM@WNEM.com and put in the subject line 4 p.m. News Spotlight. Julian, thank you. We appreciate you. We love you for what you're doing.